Okay, today we will discuss about end effectors. So, end effector in a robot, that is any object attached to the robot flange, that is the wrist. Okay, something similar to that of a human being. Okay, the fingers in our human arm, that is an example of this end effector. Okay, so it serves a function. So, in robotics, an end effector is a device at the end of the robotic arm designed to interact with the environment. The device that attaches to the wrist of the robot arm and enables the general purpose robot to perform a specific task, means whatever type of task. It could be in the manufacturing sector or any other sector which we have discussed till now. So the different type of task the robot is able to perform because of the end effector. So robot end effectors are also known as robotic peripherals, robotic accessories, robot tools, or end of arm tooling. Okay, so it could be a tool. Okay, so depending on that, we are classifying the end effectors. So first one is on the base of impactive. Okay, which type of impact? So it could be jaws or claws, which physically grasp by directly impact upon the object. Okay, so they are grasping the object. Next classification is on basis of ingressive. So this could be pins, needles, hackles, so which physically penetrate the surface of the object. So most common it is in the case of textile, carbon and glass fiber handling. So next the classification is restrictive. So they are using suction forces. So suction forces that could be like the magnetic type of end effector that is applied to the object surface. Along with that, vacuum suction could is also an example of that. So next classification is contigutive. So this requiring direct contact for adhesion to take place. So adhesive type of end effectors. So we will discuss each one of them in detail in our coming topics. So example like glue, surface tension, or freezing. So these are the examples of the adhesive type of end effectors. Now coming to the basic classification or the basic types of the end effectors, so we can divide them as grippers and tools. So grippers, they are used to grasp and manipulate the object during the operation. And second is a tool, as in the introduction to the end effector we discussed. It could be a tool, it could be like a gripper. So tool, it performs a specific process. So that what does that means? That with the help of grippers, the more type of flexibility is there. Okay, because robots, they can be used in different type of sectors involving different type of task. So tools mostly they are used for dedicated robots, so they are going to perform the same task for a long time. Okay, so and grippers, they can perform a task for very short time. Maybe one like the common example I can say that in the making of advertising flex boards. So each customer is coming, he's having his own specific type of advertising flex board design. Okay, so every time we need to change it, so we can use grippers there. On the other hand, in the manufacturing sector, some a model of a car that is being produced for several years, after that it is replaced by a better version of the by the company. So for many years the same task is to be performed. So in that case the tools, okay, like they are the suitable type of end effectors. Okay, so tools as end effectors. So a tool is equipped in the robot for carrying out several operations on the work parts instead of grasping it. So it is not grasping; it is performing some type of task. So a tool acts as an end effector when it is attached directly to the robot's wrist. So in some applications, there will be a need for multi-tool task and changing the tool all the time from the robot wrist. That is very difficult, is because once we have fixed one tool, so that robot is dedicated for performing that specific task. So in that case, a gripper is used. So it can grasp and manipulate the tool. Okay, so gripper is grasping the tool and performing the task. Then it will leave it grasp another tool and perform another type of task. So flexibility that is increased. So it certainly helps the robot to handle several tools in an operation and thus makes the multi-tooling function possible. So moreover, the time taken to change the tool is very low. That is because of the high speed. So some common type of tools as end effectors. So they are spot welding tool, spray painting nozzle, arc welding torch. Okay, so welding, painting, very common type of dedicated applications which is the tools are performing. Okay, next is the gripper. They are used for holding the parts or the objects. So grippers are the devices which can be used for holding or gripping a object. So the object could be tool also. So they include what you might call mechanical hands. Okay, so mechanical hands, that is an example of gripper. And also anything like hook, magnet, suction devices. So these all the other categories, as just we classified them. So they all resemble a gripper. So gripper take advantage of point-to-point contact. So exact path that the robot takes between what it is picking up and where it is placing it. Okay, then grippers should be designed so that it requires the minimum amount of maneuvering in order to grip the workpiece. So applications of these grippers are machine loading unloading. There we can use these grippers, picking and placing of parts on conveyor, material handling, bottle handling, arranging parts onto pallets. So these type of examples are the applications where we are using grippers. So and the last one here, that is unilateral versus multilateral gripper. So in unilateral, only one point or surface that is touching the object to be handled. So common example could be a magnetic gripper. Only the magnet is there, it is being used to attach the object, metallic object, then it can lift it, place it at some other place. There we will demagnetize the magnet and the metallic piece will be placed there. Okay, similarly vacuum pad gripper. Okay, next is multilateral. So it is having more than 2 points or surfaces touching the components to be handled. So this is the example of the fingers. So the fingers we are grasping an object and putting it at some place. So second, so the diagram here, first diagram, the picture here that shows the magnetic or vacuum type of gripper. Only one surface is there coming in contact with the object to be handled. In the second case, there are multilateral type of gripper, so deflated, inflated. So these type of this, contacts, okay, or the surfaces are this used. Okay, so in the next topic we will discuss the type of grippers, and each of the type of gripper which we have just discussed we will cover it in detail.